Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing, man? Antonelli here.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? Matt Antonelli here, answering your questions today. Today's question is on the slide rule into second base that they put in play a couple of years ago to help kind of protect the middle infielders. What are my thoughts on that rule? Do I think it makes sense, or should it go back to the old way where you can just barrel in there and try to kill people? So I think you know kind of what my answer is going to be, especially as a middle infielder. But let's kind of break it down and give my thoughts, and then share your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll check it out and see if we can talk about it a little bit. So first, let's get into kind of the new slide rule that they put in a few years ago to kind of help protect the middle infielders. Again, I don't have the rule book right in front of me, but I know that a couple of things that you have to do differently. One is when you slide into second base, you've got to make sure that you slide in so you can at least grab the bag with your hand or your foot. So if the infielder comes way in here or way out there, I can't just go way out there and just crush him, right? I've got to be able to touch the base with my foot or my hand, at least make an attempt to go into the base. So that's one thing. The second thing is I have to start my slide before the bag, so I can't go way up to the bag and then slide starting at the bag, because then it gets really dangerous. I can come in there full steam ahead and just blow a guy's knee out. I've got to start my slide ahead of the bag, okay? So that's the other thing. I also can't slide past the bag. So when I slide, I have to stop in the bag. If I slide way past the bag, so like if the defender is trying to use the bag as protection and he stays on that side of the bag, I can't just fly over the thing and crush him, okay? Because that used to happen as well. So those are a couple of the things that you kind of have to do now. And if you don't do them, it's going to be an automatic double play, okay? And I personally think that those are really good ideas to put into play. For me, it's one of the most dangerous plays in baseball. As a middle infielder, especially a second baseman, shortstop is a little bit easier because you're kind of coming this way and you can see what's going on. But as a second baseman, you can't really see this guy very well. I mean, you can feel him and you can see him a little bit out of the corner of your eye. But let's just say right now, like I'm at second base right here. I'm a second baseman and I'm getting a throw from the third baseman coming right at me right here, or maybe the shortstop right here, and the runner is coming this way at me. Again, I'm set up here. I got my left foot on the bag. I'm catching the ball, and this guy, I catch it, and then I turn, and now I see him. But by that point, it's really late, especially if it's a slowly hit ball, or maybe the infielder bobbles it, and I'm sitting there like, please get me the ball so I don't get crushed. It's a really dangerous play. I've got to get that thing and get it out of my hand and then get up off the ground and get out of the way. And a lot of times there's no time to do that. All right. And again, I'm kind of set up here and I've got a guy that, my knee is right here and I can get my knee taken out. I can get my leg broken. There's been times where that's happened in the past where guys break knees or break legs and injure knees and ankles and all this stuff. And some of it can be career threatening. A lot of it can be season threatening, or at least put you on the DL for a couple of weeks and kind of mess with your season. So I always thought it was a crazy kind of, it's crazy that there weren't really not a lot of rules to protect the middle infielders because it is such a dangerous play. And when I got into professional baseball, again, when you're younger, you can't get taken out. So in high school, you can't get taken out. In college, you can't get taken out. And all of a sudden, you get the pro ball. And I played back when this rule wasn't in place. So I get the pro ball, and I didn't play any second base really in college. I played a couple games, but again, you don't get taken out. So I get the pro ball. I start at third, and all of a sudden, they moved me up a level and put me at second base. So, okay, at second base, I can do this. I turn my first double play. I go to throw, whack, and I get just destroyed. I end up like on my back. And I come in, and they're like, hey, dude, you better figure it out or you're going to get yourself killed. So you got to figure it out or literally you're going to break, tear your knee up or something. So that's one of the big things is working on trying to get away from the bag and getting off your feet and all this stuff. But I got the, beat out of me for pretty much the first couple of years. And even, even as I got older, I got to the major leagues and I got crushed a couple of times there. as well. So it is really, really tough on the middle infielders, especially the second baseman, before these rules were put in place. I think that it's a really good idea to put the rules in place. Again, it's a little unfair to tell a guy that he can get a running start, 94, let's say 60-foot running start, and come in and slide into me as hard as he wants. And some guys, you'll play some guys that aren't going to go in there with the intent to really crush you. But you'll also play some guys that literally will go in as hard as they physically can and say, it's my job. Not that they're coming in to hurt you, but they say, I'm going in there to break this up, and I really don't care if I, tear this. No, I shouldn't say that they don't care if they tear your knee. They don't want to tear your knee. But they sure as hell go in there like they don't care if they tear your knee. Because I've been hit harder in baseball sometimes. I played football in high school, I played hockey in high school, played hockey my whole life. And I've been hit sometimes harder as a second baseman than I were in those contact sports. Because that guy can literally just run in as fast as he wants. And I'm just standing here and I can't do anything to protect myself. So the guy bobbles the ball, I'm waiting. I get the ball and go to get rid of it. And as I'm going to throw and try to get a guy out, I'm getting, steamrolled into. So I like the rules. I think it's important to protect the players that can't, it's almost impossible to protect themselves. I know people are going to be like, again, protect yourself, get out of the way. It's not a contact for all this stuff. But, being there and seeing what it's like at the professional level, at the major league level, it really is dangerous. If there aren't those rules in place. So I'm a fan of it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. Give the video a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Share with all your friends. Check out the description box below. I've got a bunch of stuff down there for you guys. I've got a deal going on with Plate Crate. You guys can click on the link in the description box. Type in Antonelli and you get 50% off your first Plate Crate. I also have a link to our Patreon page where you can help support the channel. Got a bunch of other stuff down there as well to check out, so definitely do that. And that's all I have. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you later.